What's up, sports fans? My name is Chris. Welcome back to Game Day Wagers. Today is Tuesday, June 2nd, and in today's video, we are breaking down the 4-game WNBA slate for tonight's card. We did go 1-2 yesterday for minus 0.4 units, but it could have been worse. Thankfully, Kalia Copper hit our 3-point ladder for us at plus 170 to mitigate the losses. Today, we've got one side and two player props coming your way with plenty of value. So let's waste no time. Let's get into the 3 best bets for tonight's WNBA slate. First up, we are talking Chicago taking on Washington. We're taking the home underdog here, the Washington Mystics, on the money line at plus 110. Look, I know backing a home underdog isn't always a sexy play, but right now, this Chicago Sky team has no business being favorites, and I'm going to be looking to fade them until they prove me otherwise. Defensively, they're a mess. They're struggling to get stops. They give up plenty of quality looks all over the floor, and the overall team defense just hasn't improved. That's a problem against a Mystics side that can hurt you in multiple ways. In the paint, Shakira Austin and Kiki Arifin should have a significant advantage and plenty of opportunities to control the glass and generate easy offense around the rim. On the perimeter, Sonia Citron continues to be one of Washington's most reliable weapons, both as a scorer and as a playmaker. Meanwhile, if you look at the Chicago Sky side, they haven't exactly inspired confidence of late. They've lost 4 straight games. They rank near the bottom of the league in terms of true shooting percentage. And if you're not defending or scoring efficiently, you're going to have a bad time. I think Washington is the more complete team in this game. It's interesting to see them flip from a minus 1.5 point favorite to a plus 1.5 point dog overnight. But I think the value is still on Washington as a home dog. I know this is the Commissioner's Cup game and anything can happen, but Washington is the more complete team. Take them on the money line as a home underdog, plus 110. From there, we're going to the Las Vegas, Los Angeles contest. We're taking A'ja Wilson over 3.5 assists at plus 130. Look, when you think of A'ja Wilson, you immediately think points and rebounds. Assists aren't usually the first thing that enter your mind, which is exactly why this number is interesting. She's gone over this total in 2 of her last 3 games, and at plus 130 against a good matchup in the Los Angeles Sparks, the price is just too good to ignore. The matchup is also what really stands out. The Sparks are one of the few teams that can throw multiple big bodies at A'ja Wilson and make life difficult for her around the basket. When that happens, Wilson is smart enough to recognize the extra attention and find open teammates. And that's where the opportunity comes from. This game is the highest total on the board at 177.5. And with 2 of the better offenses in the league, both ranking inside the top 3 in terms of field goal percentage and points per game, we should have plenty of opportunities for A'ja Wilson to get touches inside and find the open women to register over 3.5 assists. Throw in the fact that the Sparks are the second worst team in the WNBA in terms of allowing opponents assists, giving up over 22 assists per game. This matchup checks every box for A'ja Wilson. Take her over 3.5 assists at plus 130. And our final bet of the night comes in the Portland Golden State contest. We're taking Bridget Carleton over 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists at minus 112. Look, this one might take a little bit of courage for you guys to pull the trigger because the Valkyries are currently 8.5 point favorites at home, and a lot of bettors automatically avoid player props in games that are projected to be blowouts. However, scared money doesn't make money. If you look at Bridget Carleton, she's quietly become one of the more important pieces of this Portland Fire team. She's averaging over 15 points per game. She's seeing huge minutes, often north of 30 minutes per night, and she's shown the ability to contribute across multiple stat categories. For those of you who just look at the box scores and make your bets based on that, you will see that she's gone over this number in just 2 of her last 5 games, but in 2 games that she didn't, she landed exactly on 19. In other words, she's been right there. The matchup helps too. Golden State ranks dead last in terms of field goal percentage, which should create additional rebounding opportunities. And Bridget Carleton simply doesn't need 20 points to get us there. A balanced stat line with points, rebounds, and a few assists can get the job done for us. I'm willing to trust the first overall pick in this year's expansion draft to continue playing a major role in this Portland Fire side. Give me Bridget Carleton over 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists, minus 112. There you have it, our 3 best bets for tonight's WNBA slate. We're taking the Washington Mystics on the money line at plus 110. A'ja Wilson over 3.5 assists at plus 130, and Bridget Carleton over 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists at minus 112. I want to hear from you guys in the comments section. Let me know if you guys are tailing, fading, or have your eye on any specific bet for tonight's WNBA slate. If you guys are enjoying the content, smash the like button. It goes a long way in supporting the channel. Be sure to subscribe. We got some great things cooking up in these summer months. That's it from me. We'll catch y'all on Wednesday. As always, good luck.